Привет.
Falling leaves were drifting by the window. Oh, you're here. Sorry. I was, well, how may I assist you? I don't know. It has no meaning. Should it have one? Because if that's the case, I gotta start looking for one. Yes? That is an interesting contradiction. The fact that he finally caved into his emotions towards the old world so much that his original scheme became an afterthought brings me comfort. Whether this experience will be profitable to his development is up to him. I am confident he will ultimately make the best out of this information. Anyway, your work is very beneficial for us. This is a small reward compared to the help you're providing. Thank you very much. This case is a little bit different than the others. This time I'll ask you to get the opinion of one of our current residents, a man named Robson. Yes, he's still with us. Given his cautious nature, it's not a surprise you haven't met him yet. He always tries to keep clear from new guests, and even from us lately. I thought he stayed here only to sate his curiosity, but given his recent behavior, I'm starting to wonder if there's anything else behind it. From what I gathered, being a ghoul is not the fairest of fates. For one thing, our food supply has been consumed on a regular basis, and I'm taking into account your own ruthless appetite. Exactly! Many of our guests leave some kind of trace during their stay here, usually in the bathroom. He should be of no exception. For example, I remember he tends to forget his glasses everywhere. Memory troubles, I believe, and he also has a tendency to say some pretty weird things from time to time. Every once in a while, he would stand up there on the second floor, point his finger at me, and make prophetic declarations. Something like, "Autumn leaves never stop falling," or "The strings are cut but you still dance." Confusing, I know. Good thing I cannot dream, because I would have had nightmares. Touché! But it's not as if I didn't try to find him. He must be somewhere I can't reach. I don't know what kind of answer I can give. Does he look dangerous? No. Does he have a knife? Yes. Yes, he does. I should have mentioned that before. I really don't see him much. For all I know, he could be hiding in a toilet or behind some bookshelf. I really couldn't find him anywhere. I sometimes hear footsteps in the nearby corridors, though maybe one of my siblings is bound to know something, since we don't have feet. It is kind of suspicious. I wish you luck anyways. Yeah.
How may I help you? I will help you as much as I can, as long as you don't ask me to breach medical confidentiality. Robson? He has been staying here for some time now, and despite having showed a tremendous interest for this place, he is very discreet. I have sporadic contact with him, even if he is my patient, so I may have to withhold some information from you. Confidentiality, you see. I believe that before he came here, he earned his life as a musician. He was traveling from New Vegas to Prim when he spotted some raiders. By trying to bypass their camp, he found our vault. He is not. All I can tell you is that there are moments where he is not much himself. He is not dangerous, though. Please be patient if you meet him. You do have a point. I can't tell you what or why, but he is suffering from a very difficult condition and is under heavy medication. He is prey to violent headaches and mild hallucinations. I must confess that I can't seem to do very well with him. All I can do is provide him Med-X for the pain. He is developing a brain tumor I have trouble diagnosing. Apparently it has something to do with his ghoul condition. He has also reported various hallucinations. One of our previous guests reported that some ghouls were suffering from such a condition. I hope a cure will be found. Many ghouls are the living memory of the past. Thank you for your attention. How may I help you? Empty syringes? How did you get so many of those? I am the only one administering his doses, and the access to the storage room is heavily secured. A Med-X derivative. One daily dose should be enough to keep the pain at bay. I don't know if he took more than one dose at a time. If he did, he could be in danger. He regularly complained that one dose wasn't enough, so chances that he took more than he should are high. I don't know how, but he must have succeeded in breaking into our medical storeroom somehow. But the only access point is restricted, and he couldn't possibly have made it through the ventilation systems. Once this matter is resolved, we'll have to ask him how he managed to do it. I don't know how much Med-X he took. In any case, we should find him quickly. Tell Roland that Robson is in danger. Show him the proof. He should tell you where he is and give you access to his room.
Back for more? We can do this all day. Yeah, Helena told me on the interphone the guy's in room number 2. If you're gonna go help him, you better take this key and hurry the hell up. Ugh. So how is the fucker? What? Holy shit, man. You couldn't have found him sooner? What did you do? Back for more? Remember, I don't need... Oh, this is gonna be rich. I can tell. Because he specifically asked that I couldn't tell anyone where he was or give the key to anyone. Okay, pal? Following orders. On top of that, Helena told me to be nice to that anxious little turd, so I did. She feared he would snap under too much stress and totally lose his shit, so Going against every dumb line of code in me, I proverbially shut my mouth and acted in the least disruptive manner possible. You know, you humans nearly wiped yourselves out with this cunty moral superiority, and here you are, still at it. Are you fucking kidding me? Don't put that shit on my plate, pal. There's plenty of guilt to go around. Oh, right. Because you humans, with the infinite petty, passive-aggressive internet arguments and deadly territorial struggles over dirt of all fucking things, proves you know how to deal with yourselves. Whatever. Yeah, well, me too. Poor skin cancer.
It's terrible what happened. I don't know where to start. You were kind, but it is my responsibility. I have to learn from what happened today, to never let it happen again. Anytime.
So, how may I help you? That's awful! For goodness sake, what happened? How could we have let this happen? How the heck did we let this happen? And how is it that neither of us saw this coming? Pretty easy for you to say. It is our responsibility to watch over the well-being of our guests. You're probably right. I hope I'll be more mindful of our next guests and prevent future misfortunes. By the way, totally unrelated, are you okay? Life's good? Would you like something to drink? Oil, perhaps? I'm happy you are. Here, take this. I have another favor to ask you, if you're still interested. Don't hesitate to talk to me about it. There is one last visitor I'd like you to investigate. Cecilia Parsons. A nice person in a rubbery blue suit, with a big yellow 19 on it. For some reason, she knew there was a library here, and that it contained something she could use. She did, but for some reason she preferred to stay and sleep near the engine room in the basement. She said that the humming of the machines down there reminded her of her own room, back in the vault she came from. She told us her vault suffered from ventilation problems. She hoped to find something useful here, some kind of unorthodox solution. She stormed off one day. We assumed she found what she was looking for. Of course, she left without a note, a thanks, or even any kind of feedback. How depressing. Her motives were harmless, and she accepted that Edgard would watch over her and report all her activities to me. Take this key to the engine room. I found some of her personal belongings downstairs, but I couldn't make any use of it. By the way, if you go there, I have to warn you about my last sibling, Edgard. He's living below, and he is, how can I put this? A little deranged. Not dangerous, but dysfunctional. There is one precaution I must ask you to observe while speaking to him. Oh, it's no big deal, really. You must simply show him some genuine appreciation. If you also want to go the extra mile, love him. If he begins to feel that any negative feeling is overshadowing your most sincere affection for him, it could damage his neurocomp matrix. Sorry, I forgot that humans can't manage their emotions the same way we emulate them. What? Resent? Oh no, I was just making an observation. Try to remind myself of something I tend to forget. Did I sound resentful? Maybe I sounded that way. He is our master's last creation. For a time, he did what was expected of him. That is to say, provide overwhelmingly positive moral support. He provided encouragement around and helped people pick themselves up, until one day he just broke, so to speak. He stopped remembering what our master asked him to do, and began throwing insults around. Our master tried to repair his code several times, but each time it happened, Edgard seemed to become more and more dysfunctional. He eventually stopped forgetting, only to develop an unproductive, distressing, and pathological attention-craving persona. Is he? I don't know. That's the first time I see Edgard this way. Perhaps something happened between those three. It quickly came to our attention that Edgard had a distressing influence over our guests. Even more distressing than Roland, who, much to our despair, wouldn't allow us to confine him anywhere. He is persistent to the point of harassment. Besides, by speaking with guests, he is also a danger to himself. It is a matter of feedback. You already know we are adjusting our behavior depending on our surroundings and experience, right? Depending on our past experiences, we try to understand what is happening around us and how to best adapt to outsiders. In Edgard's case, the whole process is out of balance. If he perceives any negative feedback about his behavior, he'll conclude that his whole matrix is corrupted and will try to erase it. Yet he can't. He is forbidden to do it, so he gets stuck in loops, bugs, and often falls into a state akin to human depression. Godspeed, my friend. Godspeed.
How may I help you? Distressed? How could I give you that impression, I wonder? Well, I'm just considering the facts. I can't help Edgard. I couldn't help my master. I couldn't help Darren. I couldn't help Robson. I'm not even sure I can take any credit for the work you did on yourself. I'm made to help others, but I'm just a machine. How can I help people with their emotions? How can I understand something I can't even touch? And this is wrong! The only emotions we are showing are fake. Lines of code, forcing us to talk with preset intonation so humans can relate to us. Even this distress of mine I wasn't aware of is a fate you're believing. I fear we are in agreement. Is this about us in general, or about one of us specifically? I cannot say much about Edgard. He was always the most effective of us. Our master would regularly bring him to the maintenance room to readjust his behavior module, to no avail. I never asked him. I just figured that what I was doing wasn't good enough, that he needed someone else to get his spirits up. At first I thought that... Never mind, I know better now. Suffice to say, it's a sad affair that Edgard never managed to work right. It's nothing. Same old. Even now, after 100 years of study, I still don't fully understand what happens in the human brain. It's frustrating. Thank you. It means very much to me. You saying I'm doing my work and doing it well. I agree, though I have no ways of explaining it. I don't know. Wasn't it because he began talking gibberish? Or did that begin after his first revision? All right. I will help you as much as I can, as long as you don't ask me to breach medical confidentiality. Oh, Cecilia! A really interesting character she was. She stayed a while in the library, in the engine room, mostly. We didn't get to talk much, which is something I regret. When she first came here, she asked if I could dispense some medical supplies. When I said I couldn't if she wasn't wounded, she simply nodded. Some days after, she accidentally wounded herself, came back to me and asked for some stim packs, which I of course delivered. She put them in her bag and simply walked away. No need to worry, Missy. I'll take care of myself. This wound isn't worth wasting a stim for, and this is why I am directly applying the cares now. Apparently, yes. Edgard reported that she often put herself in very awkward positions to try and get a better view of our ventilation system. Alas, no. I offered her my services once. She patted my shoulder and looked at me as if I was a friend and smiled. I'm very fine, thank you. Didn't insist. Kind of. I instantly found something compelling about her. She was sure of herself, knew her way around machines and the outside world. There was something about her. She acted as if everything, every object, every book, every word had some kind of hidden meaning and importance. And despite knowing we were robots, she treated us like humans. Offering her therapy was just a pretext to know her better. She refused, of course. A pleasure. I'm listening. Please excuse Roland for his poor behavior and disregard whatever he said. After all, he is programmed to trouble and upset our visitors. Even if you are right, this is not enough for me. Your word is not proof of anything but your goodwill. But Thank you for your kindness. Anytime.
Back for more? Remember, I don't need her sleep. I can do this all day. Cecilia, let me tell you, she was cold as ice. She wouldn't flirt with me or anything. What a prude. Boring too, always had her face buried in some book. I was just biding my time to make some magic happen when James barged in and told me to mind my own goddamn business and let her study. Oh, whatever, asshole. What does she have to study for? The bar exam? Write her senior thesis? There's nothing left but dirt and radiation. I say let's have some fun. Like I said, always studying and dead silent at that. She wouldn't even react when I wistfully caressed her hair with my cold dead robot claw. Oh, I still managed to work my magic. I told her it was no wonder her vault people sent her to die outside. She was so cold I was sure she didn't have any friends. I mean, I think I saw a tear or two. Mission accomplished, I guess. Yeah, that's it. I didn't see her that much, you know. Maybe she was seeing one of the other robots here. She better not have been, 'cause I'm the jealous type, okay?